Johnson not wasting a second in magic form, but the Bulls took charge and they won it 99-84. Now to racing and a disappointing comeback for champion galloper Paris Lane, finishing a distant second last in the Scobie Breezley Welter at Flemington. The top weight Clang showed why he's the early Golden Slipper favourite with a powerful win in the Talinda Stakes.
It's not hard to see why the John Hawkes trained colt Clang is the early slipper favourite. The classy 2-year-old with Darren Gauci on board took out today's $75,000 Talinda Stakes.
Clang just in advance of Red Chili and coming down the outside Prattler, but it's Clang in front, hands and heels, and Clang won it by a half length to Prattler second home. Checkmore may have just lasted for third ahead of Birra.
The feature race at Flemington today was the Chester Manifold Stakes. Darren Gauci riding a double for the day on Hunza Court.
Hunza Court battling on is still in front of Jadiva Bella's trying to pick it up. They're all over the place. Hunza Court lugging out badly on the track. Hunza Court will see it out and beat Jadiva Bella.
To Sydney and the feature race of the day, the Satellite Stakes, worth $60,000 to the winner, the unfancied Cohort taking line honours.
Cohort is jumping out of the ground. New Sept hit the lead close to home. Cohort on the outside is coming fast, and Cohort on the line by a breath to New Sept, a wall of them for third.
Clint Wilden, 10 News.
And that's all in sport. I'll see you later with Sports Tonight, Trace.
Thanks, Matt. Coming up, all the weather details and how Sydney launched this year's Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras.
Racing now with John Tapp. And Tappy, the big one in Melbourne was marred by a nasty fall.
Certainly was, Peter. Alf Matthews and Norman Weymouth were the two jockeys involved. It happened in a race called the Debonair at the 800 metres mark. We get another shot here in slow motion, and it was King Cossack and Claiborne were the two horses to bite the dust. Alf Matthews has a suspected broken arm. Norman Weymouth appeared to have escaped injury. Now, let's pick them up in the closing stages of the Debonair, which is a listed race, the first of the big 3-year-old races for the autumn season, and El Quahira's son, a 10-to-1 chance, is the victor, with Patrick Payne in the saddle.
Calling still the leader, about a length Nick on the run. Jacoby El Quahira's son finishing fast in the centre, grabs the leader, and Scenic Royale is finishing on strongly, followed by Zuccarino. El Quahira's son the leader close to home. Scenic Royale finishing well with Jacoby, but El Quahira's son wins the day.
El Quahira's son at 10-to-1, Pat Payne on board. The runner-up, Scenic Royale, 10-to-1, and Jacoby third, 25-to-1. To Sydney now, Rosehill Gardens and the Satellite Stakes was the principal race.
Again got to a narrow lead. New Sept is coming at him now. Further out, Cohort is jumping out of the ground. New Sept hit the lead close to home. Cohort on the outside is coming fast, and Cohort.
Good-looking horse, Cohort, and he got up to score with John Powell in the saddle. Cohort started at 8-to-1. 15's New Sept, 9-2, our replica. Race 7, and a very consistent mare finally breaks her duck.
Caramel Sunday just in front over Rhythm Review, and Scenic Snow late on the scene, but Caramel Sunday, Rhythm Review's runners.
$1 million Golden Slipper. Clang's at 10-to-1 with the Gay Waterhouse trained Express Gold.
It's not hard to see why Clang is one of the early slipper favourites. The John Hawkes trained Darren Gauci ridden colt, winning today's Talinda Stakes.
Clang just in advance of Red Chili and coming down the outside Prattler, but it's Clang in front, hands and heels, and Clang won it by a half length to Prattler second home. Checkmore may have just lasted for third ahead of Birra.
Race 5 at Flemington, the Debonair, was marred by this fall. King Cossack and Claiborne, the horses involved. Jockey Alf Matthews on Claiborne suffering a suspected broken arm.
The runners, one down, Claiborne, two down, two of them down. Claiborne is one of them.
To Sydney and the main race, the Satellite Stakes, the 10-to-1 shot Cohort taking line honours.
New Sept is coming at him now. Further out, Cohort is jumping out of the ground. New Sept hit the lead close to home. Cohort on the outside is coming fast, and Cohort on the line by a breath to New Sept, a wall of them for third.
While in Tasmania, jockey Bev Buckingham notched her second Hobart Cup win aboard Jam City.
Tavern Dancer in front, Jam City on the outside's got it. Navajo Flash joining in, Jam City in front, and Beverly Buckingham wins the cup.
Now from water to wheels on Sports Tonight, and spectacular action at Archerfield Speedway in Brisbane as Australia's top drivers battled for starting spots in the national final. Now, as you'll see, it wasn't just the lap records that were smashed.